Okay, guys, we're back, and I've got Mars with me because we gotta bring some other people in here. It can't just be me and Mariah all the time, so we brought another Mariah.
Mars. Hello, everybody. What it do?
We're here, and we're gonna read the Jeff the Killer. I know I've heard about it and all the stuff from everybody saying they all want to see this because it's like the big one, like CreepyPasta, Jeff the Killer. That's just where it's at. This one's a little long, so we can't like fool around as much as we usually do. Yeah, you know.
She took it to a weird place, I'll tell you.
But we're gonna have fun. I'm excited because I actually haven't read this one fully through. I've only read it like halfway.
Yay.
So, we'll get into this, and we're gonna have some fun and creep ourselves out, and then y'all can't sleep tonight.
Yay!
After weeks of unexplained murders, the ominous unknown killer is still on the rise. After little evidence has been found, a young boy states that he survived one of the killer's attacks and bravely tells his story. I had a bad dream and I woke up in the middle of the night, says the boy. I saw that for some reason the windows were open, even though I remember it being closed before I went to bed. I got up and shut it once more. Afterwards, I simply crawled under my covers and tried to get back to sleep. That's when I had a strange feeling, like someone was watching me.
I get that all the time.
God, I hate that feeling. I looked up and nearly jumped out of my bed. There, in the little ray of light illuminating from between my curtains, were a pair of two eyes. These weren't regular eyes, they were dark, ominous eyes. They really like the word ominous.
They do, they love it.
They were bordered in black and then just plain out terrified me. That's when I saw his mouth, a long, horrendous smile that made every hair on my body stand up. The figure stood up, watching me. Finally, after what seemed like forever, he said it, a simple phrase, but said in a way only a madman could speak. I don't hope I can do this justice. He said, I let out a scream. That's what he said. That's what sent him at me. He pulled up a knife, aimed at my heart.
That's fucked.
He jumped on top of my bed. I fought him back. I kicked, I punched, I rolled around trying to knock him off me. That's when my dad busted in. The man threw the knife. It went into my dad's shoulder. Ow. The man probably wouldn't have finished him off if one of the neighbors hadn't alerted the police.
They drove into... Okay, sorry. I was trying to have weird... Okay. They drove into the parking lot and ran towards the door. The man turned and ran down the hallway. I heard a smash, like glass breaking. God damn it.
Reading's hard.
I know. As I came out of my room, I saw the window that was pointing towards the back of my house. What?
Towards the back of my house was broken. You have to read them just right.
I saw the window that was pointing towards the back of my house. Oh, God damn it.
They need more commas in these things.
They need some fucking commas.
They need some commas in here.
I looked out to see him vanish into the distance. I can tell you one thing. I will never forget that face. Those cold, evil eyes and that psychotic smile, they will never leave my head. Dum, dum, dum. Police are still on the look for this man. If you see anyone that fits the description of this story, please contact your local police department.
Just the chipper.
Yes.
Call 911, guys. Call 911.
Jeff and his family had just moved into a new neighborhood. His dad had gotten a promotion at work, and they thought it would be best to live in one of those fancy neighborhoods. Jeff and his brother, Liu?
Liu. It's Lou or Liu. Hopefully we're not botching someone's name. I'm sorry if this is your name.
I'm gonna call him Lou.
Lou? Okay.
Yeah.
Lou.
Couldn't complain, though. A new, better house. What's not to love? As they are getting unpacked, one of their neighbors came by.
Terrible.
Hello, she said. I'm Barbara. I live across the street from you. How did that turn British?
I don't know, but it did, and I like it.
Well, I just wanted to introduce myself and introduce my son. She turns around, calls her son over. Billy! These are our new neighbors, Billy! Oh, these are our new neighbors. Billy said hi and ran back to his play in his yard. Well, said Jeff's mom, I'm Margaret, and this is my husband, Peter. And my two sons.
Peter, Margaret.
I know. Jeff and Lou. They each introduced themselves, and then Barbara invited them to her son's birthday. Jeff and his brother were about to object when their mother said that they would love to. When Jeff and his family are done packing, Jeff went up to his mom.
Okay. And Jeff said, Mom, why would you invite us to some kid's party? If you hadn't noticed, I'm not some dumb kid anymore. Jeff, said his mother, we just moved in. You shouldn't show that we want to spend... What? We should show... God, this is ridiculous.
It's pretty poorly written.
Buh. We just moved here. We should show that we want to spend time with our neighbors. Now we're going to that party, and that's final.
Dick.
Oh, that's super mom voice. Like, no! Jeff started talking and stopped himself, knowing that he couldn't do anything. Mom always wins. Whenever his mom said something, it was final. He walked up to his room, plopped down on his bed. He sat there looking at the ceiling when suddenly he got a weird feeling. Not so much a pain, but a weird feeling. He dismissed it as just some random feeling. He heard his mother call him down to get his stuff, and he walked down to get it. The next day, Jeff walked downstairs to get breakfast and got ready for school. As he sat there eating his breakfast, he once again got that feeling. This time it was stronger. It gave him a slight tugging pain. It is morning.
Nah.
But he once again dismissed it. As he and Lou finished breakfast, they walked down to the bus stop. They sat there waiting for the bus, and then all of a sudden some kid on a skateboard jumped over them, only inches above their laps. They both jumped back in surprise. Hey, what the hell? The kid landed and turned back to them.
Loud. We're good.
I'm yelling at things.
No, it's
Don't
fine.
worry.
Keep yelling.
I'm gonna yell because
I like it.
Worth it.
I like it a lot.
Okay. The kid landed and turned back to them. He kicked his skateboard up and caught it in his hands. The kid seemed to be about 12, 1 year younger than Jeff. He wears an Aeropostale t-shirt.
Okay, the
and ripped
Aeropostale
blue jeans.
conflicts with the skating. Let's just be clear. I
Right?
used to be a skater all through school, and you
No.
don't wear Aeropostale if you skate.
And this super screams 90s now.
Yeah, the Aeropostale is just...
It's a ripped jeans, like the ripped
I
jeans.
know, if they're
are
like a
super-
Vulcan t-shirt. Yeah, like, or an
that'd be
Element
better.
t-shirt. I don't know. Okay, continue.
Well, it looks like we got some new meat. Oh, I already hate this kid. Suddenly, 2 other kids appear. One was super skinny and the other was huge. You always have to have one of each. Well, since you're new here, I'd like to introduce myself. Over there is Keith. Jeff and Lou looked over to the skinny kid. He had a dopey face that we would have expect a sidekick to have. And he's Troy. They looked over at the fat kid. Of course his name's Troy. Talk about a tub of lard. Okay, let's be mean here. This kid looked like he hadn't exercised since he was crawling.
Okay.
Wow.
And I, said the first kid, am Randy.
Oh God, of course it's a Randy.
Yeah, I know. Now for all the kids in this neighborhood, there's a small price for a bus fare, if you catch my drift. Lou stood up, ready to punch the lights out of this kid's eyes when one of his friends pulled a knife on him.
Oh.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. I had hoped you would be more cooperative, but it seems we must do this the hard way. The kid, one second, I'm gonna scroll down a little bit.
You do that.
The kid walked up to Lou and took his wallet out of his pocket. Jeff got that feeling again. Now it was truly strong. Ugh, burning sensation. No, that's not good. He stood up, but Lou gestured him to sit down. Jeff ignored him and walked up to the kid. Listen here, you little punk, ass bitch. Give back my bro's wallet or else. Randy put the wallet in his pocket and pulled out his own knife. Oh, and what will you do? Just as he finished the sentence, Jeff popped the kid in the nose. As Randy reached for his face, Jeff grabbed the kid's wrist and broke it. Holy fuck me.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah. Randy screamed and Jeff grabbed the knife from his hand. Troy and Keith rushed Jeff, but Jeff was too quick. He threw Randy to the ground. Keith lashed out at him, but Jeff ducked and stabbed him in the arm. Ooh.
Why is there so much arm stabbing?
I know. Keith dropped his knife and fell to the ground screaming. Troy rushed him too. But Jeff didn't even need the knife. He punched Troy straight in the stomach and Troy went down. As he fell, he puked all over Lou. All over. Lou, I can barely see those fucking periods. Lou could not do anything but look in amazement at Jeff. Scrolling.
Well, and I just realized too that like it's not the kid that was talking earlier, it's like Jeff now. I just now made that connection. I'm kind of terrified.
Yep.
Jeff, how'd you... That's all he could say. They saw the bus coming and knew they'd be blamed for the whole thing, so they started running as fast as they could. As they ran, they looked back and saw the bus driver rushing over to Randy and the others. As Jeff and Lou made it to school, they didn't dare tell what happened. All they did was sit and listen. Lou just thought of that as his brother beating up a few kids, but Jeff knew it was more.
Mm-hmm.
It was something scary. Scary. As he got that feeling, he felt how powerful it was, the urge to just hurt someone. He didn't like how it sounded, but he couldn't help feel happy. He felt that strange feeling go away and then stay away for the entire day of school. As he walked home due to the whole thing near the bus stop, and how now he probably wouldn't be taking the bus anymore. Oh God, that's a terrible sentence. Okay.
I know.
Okay, so even as he walked home due to the whole thing near the bus stop, and now how he now probably wouldn't be taking the bus anymore, he felt happy. When he got home, his parents asked him how his day was, and he said in a somewhat ominous voice, again, it was wonderful. Next morning, he heard a knock at his front door. He walked down to find 2 police officers at his door, his mother looking back at him with an angry look.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Mom's like, what'd you do now? Jeff, the officer, told me that you attacked 3 kids. That wasn't regular fighting, and that they were stabbed. Stabbed, son. Jeff's gaze fell to the floor, showing his mom that it was true. Mom, they were the ones who pulled the knives on me and Lou. Son, said one of the cops, we found 3 kids, 2 stabbed, 1 having a bruise on his stomach, and we have witnesses proving that you fled the scene. Now, what does that tell us? Jeff knew it was no use. He could say him and Lou had been attacked, but then there was no proof. It was not them who attacked first. They couldn't say that they weren't fleeing because, truth be told, they were. So Jeff couldn't defend him or Lou. Rise of a serial killer.
Let's go. I want to be a douchebag cop now. Son!
Yeah.
Call down your brother. Jeff couldn't do it since it was him who beat up all the kids. Mm-hmm. Sirs, it was me. I was the one who beat up the kids. Lou tried to hold him back, but he couldn't stop me. The cop looked at the partner, and they both nod. Well, kid, looks like a year in juvie. Wait, said Lou. They all looked up at him to see him holding a knife. The officer pulled their gun and locked on Lou. Ooh, that's sad. It was me. I beat up those little punks. Have the marks to prove it. He lifted up his sleeves to reveal cuts and bruises as if he was in struggle.
Man, dude, your brother's taking the fall for you.
Son, just put down the knife. Or put the knife down, said the officer. Lou held up the knife and dropped it to the ground. He put his hands up and walked over to the cops. No, Lou, it was me. I did it. Jeff had tears running down his face. Huh, poor bro, trying to take the blame for what I did. Oh, shit, that's not the cop. Huh, poor bro, trying to take the blame for what I did. Well, take me away. The police led Lou out to the patrol car. Lou, tell them it was me. Tell them. I was the one who beat up those kids. Jeff's mother put her hands on his shoulders. Jeff, please, you don't have to lie. We know it was Lou. You can stop. Jeff watched helplessly as the cop car speeds off with Lou inside. A few minutes later, Jeff's dad pulls into the driveway, seeing Jeff's face and knowing something was wrong. Son, what is it? Jeff couldn't answer. His vocal cords were strained from crying. Instead, Jeff's mother walked his father inside to break the bad news to him as Jeff wept in the driveway. After an hour or so, Jeff walked back into the house. Seeing that his parents were both shocked, sad, and disappointed, he couldn't look at them. He couldn't see how they thought of Lou when it was his fault. God, I hate this word. He just went to sleep, trying to get the whole thing off his mind. 2 days went by with no word from Lou at JDC, no friends to hang out with, nothing but sadness and guilt. That is, until Saturday, when Jeff is woke up by his mother with a happy, shiny face.
Okay, so we're happy about something, even though her other child is gone. She didn't seem as upset that Lou got dragged away.
No, it's okay. Just let him take Lou.
Fine.
Jeff, you're the good boy.
It's fine. Sunshiny face.
Sunshiny face.
Sunshiny face.
Oh.
Jeff, it's the day! That's exactly what happened when he woke up.
Shit, Mom!
She said as she opened up the curtains and let the light flood into his room. Wait, what's today? asks Jeff as he stirs awake. Why, it's Billy's birthday. He was now fully awake. Mom, you're joking, right? You don't expect me to go to that kid's party after. There was a long pause. Jeff, we both know what happened. I think this party could be the thing that brightens up the past few days. Mm-hmm. Now, get dressed. Jeff's mom walked out of the room and downstairs to get ready herself. He fought himself to get up. He picked up a random shirt and a pair of jeans and walked down the stairs. He saw his mother and father all dressed up. His mother was in a dress and his father in a suit. He thought, why were they wear such fancy clothes? This terrible, Greg.
I know, dude. Makes me seem like I read at the second grade level. Right? I don't. I have a bachelor's and going on a master's. I can read, damn it.
Why they would ever wear such fancy clothes to a kid's birthday party. Son, is that all you're going to wear? Said Jeff's mom.
Birthday suit.
Yeah, there you go. Better than wearing too much, he said. His mom pushed down the feeling to yell at him and hit it with a smile, like all moms do. Now dress.
I'm gonna name my kid Dress.
Yep, dress.
Dress, go put on a dress. All right.
Now, Jeff, we may be overdressed, but this is how you go if you want to make an impression, said his father. Jeff grunted and went back to his room. I don't have any fancy clothes, he yelled downstairs. Just pick something out, he called his mother. He looked around in his closet for what he could call fancy. He picked a pair of black dress pants he had for special occasions and an undershirt. He couldn't find a shirt to go with it. He looked around and found only striped and patterned shirts, none of which go with dress pants. Finally, he found a white hoodie and put it on. So we got dress pants and a white hoodie.
I really feel like a striped or patterned shirt would go just fine with dress pants.
It'd be fine.
I'm a little bit confused. Okay, well, whatever. You're wearing that, they both said. His mother looked at her watch. Oh, no time to change. Let's just go. She said as she herded Jeff and his father out the door. They crossed the street over to Barbara and Billy's house. They knocked on the door, and it appeared that Barbara, just like his parents, way overdressed. As they walked inside, all Jeff could see were adults, no kids.
Oh,
The kids are out in the yard. Oh, it's probably like little kids in bouncy houses or some shit.
Right.
Jeff, how about you go meet some of them, said Barbara. Jeff walked outside to a yard full of kids. They were running around in weird cowboy costumes and shooting each other with plastic guns.
Yep, fancy outfits for this.
Yep, he might as well be standing in a Toys R Us. Suddenly, a kid came to him and handed him a toy gun and hat. Hey, wanna play? He said. No, kid, I'm way too old for this stuff. The kid looked at him with that weird puppy dog face. Please. Why do they gotta put the W's in it? Please, said the kid.
For you.
Fine, said Jeff. He put on the hat and started to pretend to shoot at the kids. At first, he thought it was totally ridiculous, but then he started to actually have fun.
You got a gun.
Dude, it's so true. My son, I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this. And then I'm like, oh my God, I miss this stuff. Like, this is great. It might not have been super cool, but it was the first time he had done something that took his mind off Lou. So he played with the kids for a while until he heard a noise, a weird rolling noise. Then it hit him. Randy, Troy, and Keith all jumped over the fence on their skateboards. Jeff dropped the fake gun and ripped off the hat. Randy looked at Jeff with a burning hatred. Hello, Jeff, is it? He said. We have some unfinished business. Jeff saw his bruised nose. I think we're even. I beat the crap out of you, and you got my brother sent to JDC.
Why would you go back for more?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you already got beat. Like, do you think you can win a second time?
All right, cool, that all fits. Yeah.
It's insane. Randy got an angry look in his eyes. When little kids are angry, though, they're just cute. I don't know.
I don't think these kids are little. I think they're like 16 to 18.
Okay, I thought they were, like, down in their level, like,
well,
8
maybe.
or
I mean,
whatever.
I don't know.
Like, I just saw an angry 8-year-old in my brain. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't even go for even. I go for winning. You may have kicked our asses that one day, but not today, he said. As he said that, Randy rushed at Jeff. They both fell to the ground. Randy punched Jeff in the nose, and Jeff grabbed him by the ears and headbutted him. That had to hurt.
Wow.
Jeff pushed Randy off him, and both rose to their feet. Kids were screaming, and parents were running out of the house. Troy and Keith both pulled guns out of their pockets. Oh, God. No one interrupts or guts will fly, they said. Randy pulled a knife on Jeff and stabbed it into his shoulder. What is with all this arm stabbing? Jeff screamed and fell to his knees. Randy started kicking him in the face. After 3 kicks, Jeff grabbed his foot and twisted it, causing Randy to fall to the ground. Jeff stood up and walked towards the back door. Troy grabbed him. Need some help? He picks Jeff up by the back of his collar and throws him to the patio door. As Jeff tries to stand, he's kicked down to the ground. Randy repeatedly starts kicking Jeff until he starts to cough up blood. Come on, Jeff, fight me. He picks Jeff up and throws him into the kitchen. Randy sees a bottle of vodka on the counter and smashes the glass over Jeff's head. Fight! He throws Jeff back into the living room. There's how many adults here?
Yeah. They didn't want to interrupt because guts would fly.
Well, yeah, there's 2
I don't care.
children
If I was that
with
kid's
guns.
mom, I'd be right in the mix. Kicking him with my 4-inch heels up the ass.
Right.
Come on,
Don't
Jeff,
care.
look at me. Jeff glances up, his face riddled with blood. I was the one that got your brother sent to JDC, and now you're just gonna sit here and let him rot in there for a whole year? You should be ashamed. Jeff starts to get up. Oh, finally. You stand up and fight. Jeff is now to his feet, blood and vodka on his face. Ugh. Once again, he gets that strange feeling, the one in which he hasn't felt for a while. Finally, he's up, says Randy as he runs at Jeff. That's when it happens. Something inside Jeff snaps. His psyche is destroyed. Psyche? That's the right word, right?
Yeah. Psyche?
Oh, I don't know. Oh well, whatever. Some shit's destroyed. All rationale thinking is gone. All he can do is kill. He grabs Randy and pile drives him to the ground. He gets on top of him and punches him straight in the heart. The punch causes Randy's heart to stop. As Randy gasps for breath, Jeff hammers down on him. Punch after punch, blood gushing from Randy's body until he takes one final breath and dies. Everyone is looking at Jeff now. The parents, the crying kids, even Troy and Keith, although they easily break from their gaze and point their guns at Jeff.
You think? Kid's dangerous.
Jeff sees the guns trained on him and runs for the stairs. As he turns, Troy and Keith let fire on him, each shot missing. Okay.
Jeff's trying to kill her.
Jeff runs up the stairs. He hears Troy and Keith follow up behind. As they let out their final rounds of bullets, Jeff ducks into the bathroom. He grabs a towel rack and rips it off the wall. Troy and Keith race in, knives ready. Troy swings his knife at Jeff, who backs away and bangs the towel rack into Troy's face. Troy goes down hard, and now that's all that's left is Keith. He is more agile than Troy, though, and ducks when Jeff swings the towel rack. He dropped the knife and grabbed Jeff by the neck. He pushes him into the wall. A thing of bleach fell down, on top of him from the shelf. It burnt both of them. And they both started to scream. Jeff wiped his eyes as best he could. He pulled back the towel rack and swung it straight into Keith's head. As they lay there bleeding to death, he let out an ominous smile.
Like, you're both dying. I don't understand. Oh my god. What's so funny? Asked Jeff. Keith pulled out a lighter and switched it on. What's funny, he said, is that you're now covered in bleach and alcohol. Jeff's eyes widened as Keith threw the lighter at him. As soon as the flame made contact with him, the flames ignited the alcohol in the vodka. While the alcohol burned him, the bleach bleached his skin. Oh, that's why he's so white. Okay. Jeff let out a terrible screech as he caught on fire. He tried to roll out of the fire, but it was no use. The alcohol had made him into a walking inferno. He ran down the hall and fell down the stairs. Everybody started screaming as they saw Jeff, now a man on fire, drop to the ground nearly dead. The last thing Jeff saw was his mother and the other parents trying to extinguish the flame. That's when he passed out. When Jeff woke, he had a cast wrapped around his face. He couldn't see anything. And he felt a cast on his shoulder and stitches all over his body. He tried to stand up, but he realized that there was some tube in his arm. And when he tried to get up, it fell out and the nurse rushed in. I don't think you should get out of bed just yet, she said as she pulled him back into bed and reinserted the tube. Jeff sat there with no vision, no idea of what his surroundings were. Finally, after hours, he heard his mother. Honey, are you okay?
Are you
she
serious?
asked. Yes.
I know you're burned from head to toe, but are you all right?
Are you good in there?
Right. Yeah.
Jeff couldn't answer, though. His face was covered, and he was unable to speak. Oh, honey, I have great news. After all the witnesses told the police that Randy confessed of trying to attack you, they decided to let Lou go. This made Jeff almost bolt up, stopping halfway, remembering the tube coming out of his arm. He'll be out by tomorrow, and then you two will be able to get to be together again. She is way too sunshiny. Like, way too.
Jeff's mother hugs Jeff and says her goodbyes. The next couple of weeks were those where Jeff was what the literal fuck. The next couple of weeks were those where Jeff was visited by his family. It just doesn't, it's not worded right.
No, it's terrible.
Then came the day when his badges were to be removed. His family were all there to see it. Literally, his family what? Never mind, whatever. To see it, what he would look like. As the doctors unwrapped the bandages from Jeff's face, everyone was on the edge of their seats. They waited until the last bandage holding the cover over his face was removed. Let's hope for the best, said the doctor. He quickly pulls the cloth, letting the rest fall from Jeff's face. Oh boy. Jeff's mother screams at the sight of his face. Lou and Jeff's dad stare, awestruck at his face. What? What happened to my face? Jeff said. He rushed out of bed and ran to the bathroom. He looked in the mirror and saw the cause of the distress. His face. It's horrible. His lips were burnt to a deep shade of red. His face turned into a pure white color, and his hair singed from brown to black. He slowly put his hand on his face. It had sort of a leathery feel to it now. He looked back at his family, then back at the mirror. Jeff, said Lou, it's not that bad. Not that bad, said Jeff. It's perfect. His family were equally so. It was. Oh, God.
Start the whole thing over.
I know. I'm going to put it with my word. Not that bad, said Jeff. It's perfect. His family was equally surprised. Jeff started laughing uncontrollably. His parents noticed that his left eye and hand were twitching. Jeff, are you okay?
No, he's broken.
Okay, I've never felt more happy. Ha, 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 ha. Look at me. That was really good, ha ha.
That was ha ha ha.
His face goes perfectly with me. He couldn't stop laughing. He strokes his face, feeling it, looking at it in the mirror. What caused this? Well, you may recall that when Jeff was fighting Randy, something in his mind, his sanity, snapped. Now he was left as a crazy killing machine, that is. His parents didn't know.
Now the outside matches the inside.
Yeah, all fucked up.
Oh, man. Doctor, said Jeff's mom. Is my son all right, in the head? Oh, yes, this behavior is typical for patients that have taken very large amounts of painkillers. It's all the drug's fault.
Yeah.
If his behavior doesn't change in a few weeks, bring him back in here, and we'll give him a psychological test. Oh, thank you, doctor. Jeff's mother went over to Jeff. Jeff's sweetie, it's time to go. Jeff looked away from the mirror. His face still formed into a crazy smile. Okay, mommy. Ha 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 ha. His mother took him by the shoulder and took him to get his clothes. This is what came in, said the lady at the desk. Jeff's mom looked down to see the black dress pants and white hoodie her son wore. Oh, good. Now they were clean of blood and now stitched together. Jeff's mother led him to his room and made him put his clothes on. Then they left, not knowing this was their final day of life. What? Later that night, Jeff's mother woke to a sound coming from the bathroom. It sounded as if someone was crying. She slowly walked over to see what it was. When she looked into the bathroom, she saw a horrendous sight. Jeff had taken a knife and carved a smile into his cheeks.
The Joker?
Yeah. We created the Joker and, Slenderman all in one.
Okay.
Jeff, what are you doing? Asked his mother. Jeff looked over at his mother. I couldn't keep smiling, Mom. It hurt after a while. Now I can smile forever. Jeff's mother noticed his eyes ringed in black. Jeff, your eyes! His eyes were seemingly never closing. I couldn't see my face. I got tired and my eyes started to close. I burned out the eyelids so I could forever see myself in my new face. Jeff's mother slowly started to back away, seeing that her son was going insane. What's wrong, Mommy? Aren't I beautiful?
Holy shit. Yes, son, she said. Yes, you are. Let me go get Daddy so he can see your face.
With a bat.
She ran into the room and shook Jeff's dad from his sleep. Honey, get the gun.
Yeah.
She stopped as she saw Jeff in the doorway holding a knife. Mommy, you lied. That's the last thing they hear as Jeff rushes them with a knife, gutting both of them. His brother Lou woke up, startled by some noise. He didn't hear anything else. He just shut his eyes and tried to go back to sleep. As he was in the border of slumber, he got the strangest feeling that someone was watching him. He looked up. Before Jeff's hands covered his mouth, he slowly raised the knife, ready to plunge into Lou. Lou thrashed here and there, trying to escape Jeff's grip. Shh, Jeff said.
Okay, but seriously, 2 grown adults and 1 kid with a knife.
Yeah, let's
In a bedroom. There has to be something you could pick up.
Yeah, like have the mom be the bitch and like get stabbed a couple times while the dad scrambles for the gun.
But at the same time, like, you're in bed, like a sheet over his head, like,
yeah, like
done.
there's so many ways. Have you not watched Criminal Minds?
God, like, I'd be fighting. There's no way I would give up
Criminal
that
Minds
quickly.
saved lives. Actually, it's really bad. Like, I used to watch that show so much. Same with Law & Order SVU. To where I'd be, like, driving to work, and I had a really long commute, and I'd be, like, driving down the freeway, and I see a van, and I'm like, all of those windows are tinted out. There is probably slave children just lined up in that van. And then I'm sitting there like, do I want to make a call on it? Or no, that's going to make me seem crazy. I'm just going to drive by and see if it's a weirdo. You know, like, that kind of shit goes through
Slow
my
down,
mind.
move over a couple lanes,
Yeah.
stare in it.
Yeah, track them for a while.
Oh my God.
Don't watch too much of that shit. Or don't watch too much of this.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, you could see parents just being, you would, like, slightly, like,
What sucks is they don't really tell us how old the kids are either. Like, is
I
Jeff
thought it did
12?
at the top.
Is he 18?
Something about, like, there was
Is he
an age.
25?
I'm gonna go back.
I don't think they ever said their age.
I thought I remembered something. Oh, no, it was the little boy that was talking. They said his age, but not really Jeff's.
Nope.
See, I just remember little, like little kids. I don't know, like.
I think that this was like in his adolescence, like teen adolescence years. Slenderman, Joker. All right.
Nope. It's ridiculous.
I'm Mars.
Sydney.
We are Watch Girls Play. This has been a lovely CreepyPasta reading.
Yes.
What was it called? Jeff something?
Jeff the Killer. This
Jeff
is the
the Killer.
creation of Jeff the Killer.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll have more CreepyPastas coming out sporadically. God,
Yeah.
why can't I talk? I haven't even had that much of this beer. Sporadically.
And we have gotten the ones from fans, so we are definitely gonna read those. I saw one about myself. I haven't read the whole thing yet. I'm very curious.
Tune in to more episodes. If you liked us, comment. Tell us what we suck at, what we're good at.
But we're here a lot.
Yeah.
So you just come back. We'll read some more of these.
Creepy
And
shits.
we'll make sure you can't sleep at night forever.
And if this doesn't do it for you, we'll find something else to do it for you.
I will find something.
It could come off as creepy, I'm sorry. Then again, this is CreepyPasta. Cheers, we love you.
Bye! Upstairs.
Yep, over there.
No way!
Get away!
Hell no!
Left trigger to run! Left trigger to run! Left trigger to run!
I don't run.
That little heart thing you guys like to do?
Wait, do you do the heart thing? She's like, what is this stupid
Look,
heart
I
thing?
got a double heart.
Yours look like swans.
I know, I got a double heart. I always do hearts like that.
Cute.
Or like that.
Oh, I've seen those.
Or like that. Yeah, that's the best way. Or like that.
Oh, full heart.
Yeah, that's why I was doing a
Ooh.
double, see?
Oh, I
Double
see.
hearted.
I can't do that because you also don't have boobs. In
I
the way.
know.
So I have to come like
It's
way
the
out
one nice
here.
thing, but I'll tell you what, I'd take those bad boys.
Like I have to be like
Any
in my chin
day.
to do it.
I don't have that problem. My shit just...
Like, what was that? I don't remember. There was something like in grade school where you had to like do something in front of you. I don't remember what it was, but I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
In grade school?
Like this
What
started
the literal
in, like,
shit?
It started in like 5th grade.
Oh my god.
You have no
It's
idea.
fucked up because it still hasn't started for me.
Oh my god. The stupid part was that like in middle school, the girls think you're cool because you're like the one that can like fit in stuff and whatever. 5th graders are mean. I took dance class forever. I did dance for years, and they would complain
Jazz,
to the teacher.
tap, ballet.
Right? Yeah.
Yes,
With little hip hops thrown
Yeah,
in.
that
Little
hip
bit
hop
of
towards
hip-hop.
the end because it started to get cool.
Yeah. And oh my god, did all of those and then
Wait, did you do France School of Dance?
No, I did it mostly at schools, and like there was like always like a cafeteria one. It was like those weird dance classes like all over the place.
I just got tired of that shit.
And there was like dance team at school and stuff. But 5th grade girls.
Just so you guys are clear, the dance team ones, those are the ones you gotta watch out for. It's not even the cheerleaders. It's not even the cheerleaders.
ones.
It's the dance team ones.
Yeah.
That's also not to say that I was a
my
cheerleader.
God.
I sure as fuck was not a cheerleader.
No, I wasn't a cheerleader. I would make fun of them in the side though.
Yeah. Like, yay! Ready? Okay.
Right.
Okay, but
So we
if
did
we have
that.
fans that are cheerleaders,
I'm sorry.
follow your
I
dreams.
still love you.
Fo-
It's still dancing.
follow your dreams. It's still good.
But yeah, 5th graders, man, they will just be like, why do we have to shimmy? She's the only one who has anything to shimmy anyway.
What if
like,
I-
and as a 5th grader, that's like so just heartbreaking.
Really, it doesn't sound that heartbreaking because I can't shimmy.
don't know. At 5th grade, like,
I'm gonna do some shimmy.
we were like, doo-doo, and then like they would sit there and stare at you, and so it's like you were like self-conscious.
Yeah,
And
I
I
think
was
we're done with
shy
this
and
conversation
little.
because she's trying to make it out to be a bad thing, but I'm pretty sure that 90% of Americans would say that's a good thing. So on that note, have a fantastic day. Cheers.
Oh God.
It's a great way to end it, Sid.